Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gauratvashe Namaha. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Wish you all a very happy Krishna conscious morning, and welcome to today morning Srimad Bhagavatam discussion. And we are discussing from the prayers of Bhishma Dev. Yes. And today, what we're going to discuss is Bhishma Dev is seeing, or he's kind to tell a nature of Krishna, that Krishna puts his devotees above him. Yes. If this is the position of Krishna, this is the position of Krishna's devotees. There's a verse that comes in the Bhagavad Gita where Tesham Yati Nitya Yukta, where Krishna is talking about the four kinds of pious people. Chaturvida bhajante mam jana sukritin orjuna arto jignasur artarti jnani cha bharatarshava. And then he talks about Jnani being special. Tesham Jnani Nitya Yukta Eka Bhaktir Vishishyate Priyoi Jnaninotartham Aham Sacha Mama Priya. So Krishna tells Jnani is equal to me. So Acharya's comment, if Jnani is equal to Krishna, Bhaktas are better than Krishna. And that's the kind of position that Krishna gives to his devotees. And many times, even Srila Prabhupada would tell, why you want to become God? He would argue, why you want to become God? You can become better than God. You can become his wonderful devotee. And that is something that Bhishmadev is going to now clarify in this particular verse. So we'll recite today's verse and then begin today's Bhagavatam class. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Daivim Saraswatim Vyasam Tatho Jayamudirayet Nashtaprayeshva Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavatyuttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtiki Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nandagopa Kumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha. Hare Krishna. So now what we're going to do is we'll recite today's topic is we're going to discuss 37 and 38, where Bhishmadev is telling all of us that Krishna puts his devotees above him. How? We're going to find out. So let's go to verse number 37. Swanigamamapahaya matpratignamritam avapluto rathastha dhritarata vyaya chaladgur haririvahantum ibam gatottariya. Swanigamamam apahaya matpratignam ऋतमधिकर्तुम् अवप्लुतो रथस्थः धृतरथचरणोऽभ्ययाच्चलद्गुर् हरिरिवहन्तुम् इभं गतोत्तरीयः. स्वनिगममपहाय मत्प्रतिज्ञाम् ऋतमधिकर्तुम् अवप्लुतो रथस्थः धृतरथचरणोऽभ्ययात् चलद्गुर् हरिरिवहन्तुम् इभं गतोत्तरीयः. Anyone would like to recite? Wanna try? Yes? No? Okay, Riya, Mataji, go ahead.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. स्वनिगमम् अपहाय मत्प्रतिज्ञाम् व्रतम् अधिकर्तुम् अवप्लुतो रतस्तः धृतरतः चरणो व्ययाच्चलन् चलत्सु हरिरिव हन्तुम् इभं गतोत्तरीयः.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, last one, Sachidanand Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Swanigmama apaya mat pratigyam mritam adhikartum vapapluto rathasya dhritaratha charano abhya chalat dagur haridiv hantum imam kato tariya mivam
Thank you.
kato.
Thank you, Prabhu. Someone like to read the translation? Okay. Grace Radha Prabhu, go ahead.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Translation by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Fulfilling my vow and sacrificing his own promise, he got down from the chariot, took up its wheel, and ran towards me hurriedly, just as a lion goes to kill an elephant. He even dropped his outer garment on the way. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Alright, so what are we discussing here? Just a few important things from the translation and the commentary. We'll see that. So Bhishma here is talking about two promises. One promise that he took, it was his vow. It wasn't a promise, it was his vow. And one vow that Krishna took. Yes. So in order to fulfill my promise, Bhishma is saying, in order to fulfill my vow, Krishna broke his own promise. That's the whole theme of this translation. How did he do that? He got down from the chariot, took up the wheel of the chariot, and ran towards me hurriedly. Just as he gives an analogy, just like a lion goes to kill an elephant. And on the way, he even dropped his outer garment. So this is, we can visualize this scene. How many of you seen this picture? This picture is picture of Krishna called as Rathanga Pani. Pani is hand, Ratha is chariot, and Ratha Anga, a limb or a part of the chariot, Rathanga Pani. So Krishna is called as Rathanga Pani. Even in Vishnu Sahasranam, this word Rathanga Pani comes. So here we see Swanigamamam. Krishna had a promise, his own promise. And what was that promise that Krishna took? Right before even the battle began, Krishna took a promise that I would not lift any weapon. He broke that. That's what Bhishma is trying to say. Krishna said, I will only assist. I will only assist. And between Duryodhana and Arjuna, both had gone to Krishna, Krishna said, I would assist Arjuna. That was the final conclusion. It's a long story. I'm just cutting it short. And what was the promise that Bhishma had made? What was the vow that Bhishma took? Bhishma took a vow that I would make Krishna, I would force Krishna to give up his promise and lift a weapon. Hare Krishna. So this is the competition. So Krishna taking a vow, Bhishma taking a vow, and when Krishna realized Bhishma has taken a vow, all right, I will make Bhishma's vow possible. My vow, let it loose. Let that loose, no problem. I don't mind losing. Yes, but I will not let my devotee's promise fade away. I will not let my devotee's promise diminish. And that's why if you look at the 9th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, verse number 31, what does Krishna say? Shipram bhavati dharmatma shashvat shantim nigacchati. Kaunteya pratijanehi name bhakta pranashyati. Krishna is telling Kaunteya, O son of Kunti, you boldly declare, name bhakta pranashyati, my devotee shall never get vanquished. Now when we ask a question, why is it that Krishna is telling Arjuna to declare and he himself is not declaring? Krishna is saying, I sometimes break my promise. Here's an instance. I might break my promise, but I will never let my devotee's promise break. Yes, for me, my devotee's promise is of utmost value. If my devotee takes a promise, I'll protect it. If it's my promise, I will break it. So we see this theme even in Bhagavad Gita. Kaunteya prati janehi name bhakta pranashyati. So Krishna got down from chariot, but actually nobody could see he being separated from chariot. Yes. He quickly got down. Acharyas give few commentaries. One commentary they give is he quickly got down. He got down so fast. He got down so fast that nobody could see that he got down. People still thought that he was there in the chariot. That is speed of Krishna. When it comes to protecting his devotees, we'll see more details. It comes to protecting his devotees, this is the speed that Krishna takes. He doesn't even see. People thought he's still on the chariot, but he got down. And he was charging towards Bhishma. Nobody could see this. This is one. The second thing is, although Krishna got down from chariot, at the same time, now this is to charge at Bhishma, because he wanted to fulfill Bhishma's promise. But at the same time, Krishna in an invisible form continued to remain on the chariot. Yes, he continued to remain on the chariot because he was concerned, because of this particular rash and reckless move that I am making and charging towards the chariot, my devotee Arjuna, if somebody attacks, then what? So no, I can't let it happen. And for this particular reason, Krishna, what does he do? For this particular reason, Krishna in his invisible form remained in the chariot, continuing to protect Arjuna. So this was actually Bhishma's. Krishna understood Bhishma has taken a vow. I should lift weapon. Okay, I'll lift weapon. So why was the earth trembling? When Krishna was running and charging towards Bhishma, just like a lion charges towards an elephant, the earth was trembling because Krishna was exerting great amount of strength. He was hitting it. There was great excitement in his running. And in that particular excitement and running, his cloth fell down. He didn't even see. He was not aware. He was absolutely not aware. Krishna is also very deeply engrossed in his pastime. And he is completely oblivious to the external world. And this is the consciousness in which Krishna wants all of us to do japa. When we are engrossed in our sadhana, when we are engrossed in listening to Srimad Bhagavatam class, we should be as engrossed as Krishna is engrossed in his pastime. When we are chanting japa, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, we need to be as engrossed as Krishna is engrossed with his devotees. Right? So this is what Krishna is teaching us. Be engrossed. Now he is attacking Bhishma. He's going to attack Bhishma. Yes, he's engrossed there. So Krishna can never give up affection for his devotee. Bhishma knew this. Arjuna. Yes, when Arjuna will not be able to fight, Bhishma said, I will create such a condition Arjuna and Krishna will not be able to fight, and Krishna will be forced to give up his promise, use weapons in order to protect his devotee, Arjuna. So in this particular pastime, the Acharyas mentioned that there are two qualities of Krishna prominently standing out in one pastime. What is the first quality? The first quality is Bhakta Vatsalya. Bhakta Vatsalya means Krishna loves his devotee so much. Krishna loves Arjuna so much, he is least bothered about his own promise. That's the power of prema that Krishna has for his devotees, the love. That's the first quality that's highlighted. The second quality that gets highlighted is Bhritya Vashyatam. Bhritya Vashyata means how excellently Krishna is controlled by his devotee. Yes, as soon as Krishna learned that Bhishma has made a promise, all right, that's it. Now I have to fulfill Bhishma's promise. I have to do it. So this is Bhritya Vashyatam. So Bhakta Vatsalya and Bhritya Vashyatam. These are the two qualities that stand out in this particular pastime. Now, the purport is in the story format. So I've decided not to read the purport for this verse, but we will be speaking it in story format dramatically. What we all can do is you can all sit down with popcorns, whatever you want, and enjoy this narration, this kind of thing. Now this will be like a movie. Yes, so you can all visualize. Just go 5,000 years back. Now 5,000 years back, there's a battle of Kurukshetra. And previous ages, the Kshatriyas who would fight, they would fight on military principles. Yes, there was certain code and conduct of Kshatriyas. They would fight based on that, number one. Number two, they would fight in a sporting spirit. Yes, for Kshatriyas, war is a sport. It's a game. It's a sport. Yeah, so that kind of spirit of sporting used to be there. Number two. Number three, they would also fight just like a friend would fight with another friend. Yes, it was very friendly. It wasn't like kill each other, murder each other. No, it's very hard to fathom for all of us, but that's the nature of Kshatriya. They would fight like friends. So it was a very friendly thing that would happen. Yeah, you can even see the example of Bhishma and Jarasandha fighting. Jarasandha would be very charitable to Brahmanas, although he was first-class demon. He wanted to conduct a Mahabhairav sacrifice and slaughter and kill, do Narabali and kill all the kings. But when Brahmanas went there, Krishna, Arjuna and Bhima, they went in the disguise of a Brahmana. At that particular point of time, Jarasandha, he just melted. He said, yes, what do you want? You first, you all can take good rest, lie down and come tomorrow. And tomorrow I'll give you charity. And what's the charity that you want? Oh, then they asked for a charity of fight. Then Jarasandha said, oh, this kind of charity Brahmanas cannot ask. Kshatriyas can only ask. So reveal your identity. Who, all three of you will fight together or one of you will fight? Then they said, I will pick Bhima. He's equal to. And then they fought for so many days. But each day, after morning time, there would be fight. Mallayudh. Yes, Kushti. Mallayudh. And once that fight is over, in the evening time, they would all sit together and have dinner. How nice, na? They would sit together, have dinner, have friendly talks. They would discuss the different moves. They would discuss different moves used, tactics used in the Mallayudh warfare. That's how they were. Very hard to imagine. Now what happened? Why did Bhishma Dev take such a promise that he would force Krishna to break his promise? So once what had happened, Duryodhan had gone to Bhishma one of the days. And he says, you are reluctant to kill Arjuna. You are reluctant to kill Pandavas because of your affection attached. So he insulted him. You are not a Kshatriya. Kshatriya means fighting spirit. Bhishma, what is this? You have taken a vow to kill 10,000 soldiers every day. I want you to kill the Pandavas. On the other hand, especially Arjuna, each time he comes in front of you, you are not fighting your best. And thus you are covered. So Duryodhana knew how to press. Nowadays this is the lingo, press buttons. He pressed the buttons of Bhishma. This is what the Gen Z terminology is. So he kind of insulted him. And we hear this in the Bhagavad Gita, for a Kshatriya, dishonor is worse than death. So Kshatriya cannot tolerate insults, especially when it comes to principles of fighting. When it comes to fighting, warfare, we cannot tolerate insults. So Bhishma Dev immediately invoked 5 arrows. He took these 5 arrows and he said, with these 5 arrows, I'm going to kill the Pandavas tomorrow. Tomorrow, the world will not have 5 Pandavas. Duryodhana was so happy. It worked. That's why, even in the Bhagavad Gita, second verse, Duryodhana is called a Raja Vachanam Abravit. He's called as Raja. So Prabhupada writes in the purport, he's called as a king. He was not a king. He's never a king, in fact. Dhritarashtra never gave him king. He was Yuva Raja. Yuva Raja. Raja means king. Yuva Raja means one who's about to become a king. But he never could become a king. But why is he called Raja there? He's called Raja because he was such a shrewd political diplomat. He knew exactly how to talk to instigate people and get things out of them. He knew this art very well. And for that reason, for that particular purpose, Duryodhana immediately smiled. Yes, my plan worked. Mastermind. Master plan worked. And he said, grandfather, if you don't mind, can I keep those 5 arrows? Because I'm not sure. You might, overnight have a change of heart or something. I'll keep those 5 arrows and I'll exactly give it to you tomorrow morning. Yes, tomorrow morning I'll give you those 5 arrows. Bhishma said, okay, keep it. So Duryodhana took those 5 arrows. He was so happy. He put it underneath his pillow and he was nicely lying down and sleeping. And Arjuna, on the other hand, there was absolutely unaware of these happenings here. And who had anxiety? Krishna had anxiety. Oh my God, what's going to happen? Krishna was going back and forth. Oh my God, what is going to happen? What do we do? What do we do? Krishna cannot say, oh my God, because he's God. And then he was just roaming back and forth. Then Then finally he had to wake up Arjuna. He said, Arjuna, you're sleeping so nicely. You have to go. This is Bhishma has invoked 5 arrows. Those 5 arrows can kill you. And Arjuna was like submissive devotee. Krishna, what do I do? Krishna reminded him. Once upon a time, Duryodhan, when you all were in the Vanavas, you were serving the period of exile. At that particular point of time, Duryodhan had come. He came with the intent of insulting you guys. He came, he had only one intention, how to mock you people, insult you people and belittle you people. With that intention he had come. But somehow he occupied a kshetra, which actually is the kshetra of Gandharvas. Yes. There is a territory, just like you have embassy. You have US embassy in India. Yes. Or there's an Indian embassy in Canada. So although this is Canada, but the Indian embassy it belongs to India. It's a territory that belongs to India. The rules are Indian, the people are Indian, the language is Hindi. Everything, the furniture and everything. It's just like you go there, you feel like you're in India. Similarly, even the Gandharvas, the Devatas, they also have certain embassies on the planet. So that was the Gandharva embassy on which he camped. So Gandharvas came and told, Beta, this is not your territory. Better you vacate this. And Duryodhan, how puffed and arrogant that fellow is. He raised his nose and he said, I will not get out of this place. So the leader of Gandharvas, Chitrarat, even Krishna says this, Gandharvanam Chitrarata Siddhanam Kapilo Muni. In the 10th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, he says amongst the Gandharvas, I am Chitrarat. So he arrested and he defeated his whole army. They were all beaten black and blue. One of the soldiers ran to Yudhishthir Maharaj. He knew where Yudhishthir Maharaj is. He went and told Yudhishthir Maharaj, our Yuvraj. Yudhishthir Maharaj was deeply concerned. So he called his brothers and told that like this Duryodhana is captured and he may be they may kill him, behead him. Rascal should die immediately. Should die. Yudhishthir said this is not the attitude you're supposed to have. Bhima said how much trouble that fellow has given here, and on top of that he had come to humiliate us. See, he had to pay for whatever he has done. Yudhishthir said, see, this is our internal problem. When we have internal problem, they are 100, we are 5. But when there is an external problem, somebody is giving problem to our family members, this is the prestige of the entire Kuru dynasty. That time we are not 100 plus 5, we are 105. Oh my God, what do I do? Okay, I'll just do something. My voice is breaking. Hare Krishna. Is this okay? I have removed my mic. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Is this okay? Okay. So you guys don't want this. I will take it. I'm on the 9th floor right now. I'll throw it out. Or any of you who are tech savvies, please suggest a good mic for me and I will get it to serve all of you better. I can do that. Yes. Where were we? My flow was interrupted. Can someone help me?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, your voice broke, but Bhakti Sundari Mataji said 105, and you were speaking about the Duryodhana pastime.
One day, temperature will become 105 because of this sound. So, what Yudhishthira Maharaj was telling was that we are ultimately 105. Yeah, so that is what we are. So, we should go and support. So, both Bhima, he said, Bhima, you go, but then this guy, I don't, may get angry. So, he sent Arjun also, you also go. So, both Bhima and Arjun, he said, he's very good at. Yudhishthira Maharaj knew if Bhima goes, that fellow will tell Gandharvas, please kill him. Let him die. Do whatever you want. But then Arjuna went and it was Arjuna who had a relationship with Chitrarath. He had a previous encounter. So Chitrarath really has respected Arjuna. He's an associate of Krishna. Oh, he saw him as Narnara and Rishi Nara. So he kind of obliged. Yes, I'll release him. And that time Duryodhana had promised Arjuna that I would like to give you a promise. You can anytime come and ask anything from me, any boon and any benediction, and I'll give it to you. That's the promise that Arjuna was given by Duryodhana. So Krishna reminded Arjuna of this past time, this thing that happened. And then Arjuna went to Duryodhana. And Duryodhana said, yes, Arjuna has come to meet me. Arjuna said that, do you remember a promise that you had made to me? Duryodhana said, yes. So what have you come? You have come to ask the kingdom? I'll give you the kingdom right away. Duryodhana had that attitude. He's a Kshatriya. Arjuna said, no, that kingdom we'll fight and take it from you. But for now, you give me those 5 arrows. Huh? And Duryodhana was like, my God, how does this guy know? How does he know about those 5 arrows? Maybe Krishna is God. So sometimes Duryodhana would, intermittently would get these kind of realizations. Maybe Krishna is Supreme Personality of Godhead. Otherwise, he would think him as an ordinary human being. Yeah. 9.11 Avajananti mam muda manushim tanumashirita param bhavamadjananto lokomamajamapyayam. So mostly you would think that he is an ordinary human being, a cowherd boy who, by treachery killed his uncle and somehow usurped the kingdom. And he knows some magic tricks nicely. He's a Mayavi. That's what he would think Krishna is. He never thought him as this. But sometimes he would really think, oh, maybe Krishna is God. So next day the battle was about to begin. Bhishma Dev called for Duryodhana, come here. He said, where are those 5 arrows? And Duryodhana said, Arjuna came and took it from me yesterday. Bhishma was like, come on, there was nobody else there. I don't think there was YouTube live recording going on, Insta live or anything. We never put in our status also that 5 arrows are done. How exactly did they find out? Then Bhishma understood, okay, this is Krishna's plan. It is Krishna who has found out. Okay, so now he understood. So this trick of Arjuna is actually trick of Krishna. And now that Krishna has done this, I will force Krishna and Arjuna tomorrow to be helpless. So Bhishma attacked so violently. He violently injured Arjuna and Krishna both. Arjuna's life was in deep trouble. And at that particular point of time, Krishna had to get down from his chariot, lift up that wheel, and charge towards Bhishma. Yes. So, but the intention in the heart, the reason for which Krishna was going behind Bhishma, people may think it was to protect Arjuna. No, but there was a bigger reason. The bigger reason was actually Krishna wanted to please Bhishma. He wanted to please Bhishma because Bhishma, you have taken this promise. Your promise is more important than my promise. So the pleasing Bhishma Dev by keeping up his promise was more important reason for which Krishna charged towards Arjuna. If he wanted to protect Arjuna, he could have given more power to Arjuna and he would have made Arjuna defeat Bhishma, right? He could have done that. And as soon as Krishna was coming, charging at Bhishma Dev with the wheel, Bhishma dropped his weapons and he stood. Please, my beloved Lord, come and kill me. I have no problem. And exactly at that moment, you know what happened? At this particular moment, the conch blows and the day ends. That's what happened, and thus Arjuna was saved. Bhishma, nothing happened to Bhishma also. Of course, we need to understand there is absolutely no possibility of Arjuna's death because he is directly protected by Krishna. Jayastu Pandu Putranam Esham Pakshe Janardhan. Where Janardhan Krishna is there, it is impossible. It is impossible for his devotees to be disturbed. Yeah. So, but the whole purpose of this verse is to show Bhishma is feeling grateful to Krishna. That in order to protect my promise, you broke your own promise. You valued me so much. Thus, he is declaring to this prayer that Krishna places his devotees higher than himself. That's the whole point. Let's go to the next verse. Next verse, we'll be reading the purport. Sita Vishikahato Vishirnadamshaha शतजब परिप्लुत आततायिनो मे वृषभम् अभिससारमदवधार्तं स भवतु मे भगवान् गतिर्मुकुन्दः. Who would like to read? Yes, Raksha Mataji, please read the translation.
Hare Krishna. Translation. May He, Lord Sri Krishna, the personality of Godhead, who awards salvation, be my ultimate destination. On the battlefield, He charged me as if angry because of the wound dealt by my sharp arrows. His shield was shattered and his body was smeared with blood due to the wounds. Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Thank you, thank you. Let's see some commentary, and then I'll give chance to read purport. So here one point that I liked is Bhagwan as if angry. He's not angry. So Krishna plays Nato Natya Daro Yata. So this particular thing that Krishna plays a perfect dramatic role in his pastimes, that's so amazing. He plays the role of a friend, he plays the role of an enemy. Right now he's playing the role of an enemy to Bhishma. He plays a role as a brother, he plays a role as a friend, as a lover. All these different roles Krishna plays very beautifully. So here, Krishna is playing the role as an enemy to his devotee, Bhishma. He is nobody's enemy, but he's playing the role of enemy. So now here, what is Bhishma doing? Here, Bhishma is very clearly clarifying the object of his worship. My object of worship is Mukunda. We are going to discuss this word Mukunda very elaborately in the purport. Let my goal be Mukunda. He's clarifying his goal. And how is that Mukunda? That Mukunda is afflicted by my sharp arrows. Acha, what did your sharp arrows do? Oh, that sharp arrows pierced his armor and broke his armor and covered him in blood. And what is he doing? He's rushing towards me as though I am his enemy and he is my enemy. How is he coming? With great force? Why? In order to kill me. Kill me. So now there are a few very beautiful commentaries of Acharyas. So they explain that when Krishna got down from chariot, there was blood everywhere. So there was rivers of blood because of so many warriors dying on the battlefield. So when Krishna jumped down, more blood came on his face. Already there was blood because of the piercing of arrows of Bhishma, but also more blood just splashed on him and he was covered with blood. Normally somebody is covered with blood like this, we'll all feel disgusted, but Bhishma is meditating on that Krishna with blood. Yes, sharp. Bhishma's arrows were so sharp, and he pierced it so wonderfully that Krishna's armor got pierced. Yeah. So one may ask a question, Bhishma, you worship Mukunda. You want to get Mukunda as your destination, is your goal. Then why Bhishma did you fire arrows on him? So Bhishma Dev says the answer to this is I fired arrows on him to increase the thrill of his anger. I wanted him to be more angry. To create the thrill of Viriras. To increase his anger, I pierced him with so many arrows and just broke his armor. Yeah. And what is that force with which Krishna was coming? Prasabham. Yes. Chanchalam himana Krishna pramati balavadridam tasyaham nigraham manye vayoriva. Prasabham manah. Sometimes we say the prasabham. Prasabham is that force. So that force was coming to protect Arjuna. And also I was purposely shooting with more arrows so that let him come with the intention, today I will kill Bhishma with my own hands. Yes. But at the same time, the mood is different. Abhisasara. Which means Abhisasara, Acharya's commentary is, it is just like a lover going very intensely to meet another lover. Somebody loves somebody. Right? A loves B. Then A will go with great intensity. A will not want to waste time. I will be waiting when I will go and meet my lover. And then as soon as there is an opportunity, run and go to meet. And that was the mood of Krishna. He was running towards me. He was just waiting for an opportunity. And what was Bhishma's feeling? Krishna is coming with that intense anger, anger-like feelings, but he's coming actually in heart of heart. It's like a lover coming and meeting another lover. So what did Bhishma feel? Bhishma felt extraordinarily happy. Yes, Krishna approached me in anger. His Viryaras is fulfilled. I am able to serve Krishna in Viryaras. Yes. So let that giver of liberation, Mukunda, who gives mukti, that Mukunda who acted in such a beautiful way, may that person be my goal. Nothing else. Okay. Meenakshi Krishna Prabhu, you can read the purport.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Thank you, Prabhuji. Purport is given by Srila Prabhupada, Jai Srila Prabhupada. The dealings of Lord Krishna and Bhishma Deva on the battlefield of Kurukshetra are interesting because the activities of Lord Sri Krishna appear to be a partial to Arjuna and at enmity with Bhishma Deva. But factually, all this was especially meant to show special favor to Bhishma Deva, a great devotee of the Lord. Yeah, the astounding feature of the such dealings is that a devotee can please the Lord by playing part of an enemy. The Lord, being absolute, can accept service from his pure devotee even in the grab of an enemy. The Supreme Lord cannot have any enemy, nor can, no,
1 minute, sorry. Yeah, you can read this final statement, then
okay,
we'll
Prabhu.
give someone else chance.
Nor can a so-called enemy harm him because he is a Ajita or unconquerable. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Who else would like to read? Who has not read, not got a chance? Anyone? Okay. Bhakti Sundari Mataji, please read.
Hare Krishna. But still he takes pleasure when his pure devotee bids him like an enemy or rebukes him from a superior position, although no one can be superior to the Lord. These are some of the transcendental reciprocatory dealings of the devotee with the Lord, and those who have no information of pure devotional service cannot penetrate into the mystery of such dealings. Bhishmadev played the part of a valiant warrior, and he purposely pierced the body of the Lord so that to the common eyes it appeared that the Lord was wounded. But factually, all this was to bewilder the non devotees. The Lord's all spiritual body cannot be wounded, and a devotee cannot become the enemy of the Lord.
Thank you, Mataji. Thank you so much. Anyone else who's not read would like to read? Yes, Anang Manjari Prabhu, go ahead.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, thank you so much for the pranam. Had it been so, Bhishma Deva would not have desired to have the very same Lord as the ultimate destination of his life. Had Bhishma Deva been an enemy of the Lord, Lord Krishna could have annihilated him without even moving. There would have been so need to come before Bhishma Deva with blood and wands. But he did so because of various devotee wanted to see transcendental beauty of the Lord decorated with wands created by the pure devotee. This is the way of exchanging transcendental rasa or relation between the Lord and the servitor. By such dealing, both the Lord and the devotee become glorified in the respective position. Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Thank you. Anyone else? Okay, Krishna Kumar Prabhu. Yeah, please complete.
Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranam. The Lord was so angry that Arjuna checked him when he was moving towards Bhishma Dev. But in spite of Arjuna's checking, he proceeded towards Bhishma Dev as a lover goes to a lover, without caring for hindrances. Apparently, his determination was to kill Bhishma Dev, but factually it was to please him, a greater devotee of the Lord. The Lord is undoubtedly the deliverer of all conditioned souls. The impersonalists desire salvation from him, and he always awards them according to their aspiration. But here, Bhishma Dev prays that the ultimate destination of his life be the Lord in his personal feature. All pure devotees aspire for this. Hare Krishna.
Thank you very much. Let's have some discussion on this. Okay. There's a speciality in such dealings. So special dealings between Krishna and his devotees is mentioned. So here, what appears as Krishna is partial to Arjuna and enemy with Bhishma Dev. To save Arjuna, Krishna is beating down Bhishma Dev. But actually, this is not a fact. This whole pastime is to show special blessing to Bhishma. That is why Bhagavata Podegya Bhagavata Sthane. If you understand Srimad Bhagavatam from a Bhagavata, book Bhagavat should be understood from personal Bhagavat. See, otherwise we would never know this. We would think our Bhishma is a person who is become corrupted because of eating food from the hands of Duryodhana. That's what we would think. But no, Krishna is treating Bhishma Dev to be very special through this particular pastime. And a devotee can even play the role of an enemy. Tasmad vairanu nirverena bhayena va snehat kamena va yunjat katanchan nekshate pratak. So even by any tasmad vaira, even by enmity, yes, even with enmity, somebody can absorb one's mind in Krishna. This Bhagavatam, 7th canto, 1st chapter, 26th sloka, which Narada tells to Yudhishthir Maharaj. But the point is, this kind of enmity is different. Bhishma's enmity is to give Krishna Viraras. But even otherwise, somehow or the other, if somebody absorbs mind in Krishna, even being an enemy, Krishna is so merciful that he purifies them. He purifies them. Krishna is generally called as Ajit. Ajita means you can never ever conquer him. He is unconquerable. Yes, Ajit. But somehow, Krishna likes to be conquered by his devotees. Can any of you give some examples when all Krishna gets conquered by his devotees? Yeah, examples you have? If you see Krishna getting conquered by his devotees in Vrindavan, in all Kushti fights, Krishna's winning record is 0 in Vrindavan. In Mathura, Mathura and Dwarka is never lost. But in Vrindavan, Krishna has never won. Yes, Krishna got captured by Mother Yashoda. Very good. Krishna lost to gopis also. The gopis, they tied up Krishna's hair, shikha and everything and made Krishna, they dressed Krishna as a gopi and made him go and carry the butter pots, and they broke the butter pots and they made good mockery and fun of Krishna. Holi is a pastime of Vrindavan. And there also, holy game of Holi also, Krishna always loses. Krishna has never won in Vrindavan. He always loses to his devotees. Right? Outside Vrindavan, actually, devotees want Krishna to be winner. So Krishna is always winning. But in Vrindavan, devotees want Krishna to be loser always. So he's always losing. Yes, Viduran is serving banana peel. Where is Krishna loser here? So these are pastimes. So here Krishna lost to his devotee Bhishma. He broke his promise. Yes, only fools will tell Bhishma ate the salt of Duryodhana. No. If you read Bhagavatam, Bhishma conquered the heart of Krishna, and that's why Krishna lost to Bhishma. Yes. So actually, Bhishma knew the pastime of Krishna. So Bhishma and such devotees, they participate in the pastime of Krishna to increase Krishna's rasa, number one, to give pleasure to Krishna, but to also bewilder certain atheistic people. What will be the demons think? The demons will think, oh, Krishna's body is made of matter. That is why he got hurt. Yes. So to factually bewilder the non-devotees, is to bewilder non-devotees also, this particular pastime was played. Krishna does that sometimes. Now, even in Moshal Leela, the conclusion of Moshal Leela, that is the disappearance pastime of Krishna, Krishna leaves a Prakrita Deha. He leaves an apparent material body and then he Krishna is Svadhamopagati. So why did he leave that body behind? He leaves that body behind to bewilder the atheistic people. Yeah, so Krishna does that. Bewilders. Atheists want to be bewildered. Yes, I have enough facility for them to get bewildered because that is one of my objectives too, to bewilder the atheists. Yeah. So if Krishna would have been a material personality, will Bhishma desire Krishna? I want Mukunda to be my object of worship. Will he ever desire that? And if Krishna wanted to kill Bhishma, all he has to do, what he has to do? He simply has to leave the heart of Bhishma. That's it. He's Paramatma in everyone's heart as Antaryami. He simply leaves the heart of Bhishma. Bhishma will die of heart attack. So why did Lord appear with the wounds in front of Bhishma? Because Bhishma wanted to see this beauty of Kshatriya lives. As soon as Kshatriya sees blood, he goes into ecstasy. Non-Kshatriya will faint. He sees blood, he will faint off. On the other hand, Kshatriyas, when they see such blood, they go into ecstasy. So Bhishma wanted to see this beautiful form of Krishna, which is decorated with all this blood around his body. Yeah. So this is not, again, as I spoke earlier also, this is not Bhushanam. This is not Dushanam, this is Bhushanam. He saw this as ornaments on Krishna's body, the blood. Even if you see other Kshatriyas also, Ravan. When Hanuman went to see Ravan, he saw that on Ravan's chest there was marking of Vajra. Indra's thunderbolt had hit his chest and there made a mark. There was mark of Sudarshan Chakra. Vishnu's Sudarshan Chakra also had made mark. So these were all great symbols. Ravana wanted he can do plastic surgery. He can do surgery, some yoga abhyas, and he could treat everything. Have you seen in movies, villain, etc., they have like this marks, stitches? You seen that? Even those guys like to keep, or one eye is gone. They have only one eye, black color. Pirates. So they like these things. They actually like to keep it. This is actually will make us look like we are terror. We are very threatening. We are very scary. So we'll have that will add to our personality. Similarly, Kshatriyas would worship those marks on their body. Oh, this is the thunderbolt of Indra. This is the burn of Agni. This was the Sudarshan Chakra of Vishnu. These are all my chest and these bodies. They all take it as great ornaments. Yeah. So when Lord fights with a devotee, it is just like a father playing with a son. This particular analogy is given by Prabhupada in the purport when Narsimhadev Bhagwan was fighting with Hiranyakashipu, or even Hiranyaksha and Varahadev's fight. In that particular fight also, it seemed like a father and son. Father is mighty, son is a small child. And sometimes what will happen is father in the fight would lose to his son. And that would give pleasure to the son. Oh yeah, I won with father. Right? If father wants, he can easily beat down the son because he has a huge body. Son is very small, the child is small. And then sometimes to give pleasure to the child, the father may also lose. So this is how Krishna fights with his devotees. And very beautifully, Krishna is described as Mukunda. Bhishma uses this word Mukunda because it is only Krishna that can give you liberation. Nobody else. So he is the ultimate deliverer of all conditioned souls. Even if you are a jnani and want impersonal liberation, yes, Mukunda will give it. And even if you want to be with the Lord and serve the Lord in his personal feature in Vaikuntha Loka, that also Mukunda only will give it. Yes. So without Krishna, nobody can be delivered. He knows that. That's why he calls him Mukunda. Alright, so we'd like to pause here and open for questions. Any questions, thoughts, reflections from your side? No questions. Okay. Then I will let you all go. Thank you all very much for your very beautiful participation, wonderful participation in the Bhagavatam discussion. We'll meet again next time. Grantraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Samast Gaur Bhaktivedanta ki jai, Nitai Gaur